The retired and former President Uhuru Kenyatta has issued a dangerous warning to William Ruto, telling him to stay out of the internal affairs of the Jubilee party or prepare for a political confrontation as tensions rise ahead of the 2027 general election. The message came during the Jubilee Delegates Conference held in Narok on Friday, May 1st, 2026. And though he did not attend in person, Uhuru Kenyatta addressed the delegates by phone, delivering a direct and a strongly worded statement that set the tone for the party's current position. He accused unnamed political leaders of interfering with the Jubilee's internal structures instead of focusing on building their own parties. And his remarks were so vehement. And we all know that all the dogs of William Ruto and those people that he used to criticize the opponents, including the majority leader in the Senate, Aaron Cheruyot, the likes of Farouk Betu act as his personal assistant, and many other people who are closer to him, they've been attacking the former President Uhuru Kenyatta, saying that is fueling, tension in the country. Listen to this.
Na KANU tukishindana na hakuna mtu aliuliza. Sasa mimi nikiongea maneno mbili tatu naambiwa wewe umeritaya kwenda nyumbani. Kwa nini hawakuambia Moi aritaya aende nyumbani? Mimi kwa ukweli siko kwa active politics, lakini nina haki ya kutetea chama changu. Nina haki ya kusimama na chama changu. Nina haki ya kutetea chama changu. Mimi hakuna kiti yeyote mimi natafuta, lakini mimi ni mwanachama wa Jubilee kwa hali, kwa mali, kwa damu. Ukienda Amerika, wakina Obama bado wanatetea vyama vyao.
He said it was regrettable to see leaders spend time disrupting other parties rather than presenting their own ideas and policies to the public. At the conference, he was represented physically by his younger brother, Uhuru Kenyatta, who stood in for him as a delegate. As delegates gathered in large numbers. The event itself carried both symbolic and also strategic importance. It doubled as a homecoming celebration for Jubilee Secretary General Muitalel Olekenta and served as the platform to rally grassroots support in the Maa region. But beyond the celebration, the meeting revealed a party working to reorganize and reposition itself in a changing political environment. Uhuru Kenyatta used the moment to challenge his critics directly. He urged them to focus their energy on strengthening their own political outfits rather than attempting to destabilize the Jubilee party. The message resonated with the delegates, drawing strong reactions and support from those in attendance. And at its core, the speech underscored a broader concern within the party leadership that external interference could weaken internal cohesion at a time when unity is critical. The former president also reaffirmed his confidence in Jubilee current leadership. He pointed to figures such as Fred Matiang'i, the party's deputy leader, and Muitalel Olekenta as key individuals steering the party forward. This endorsement signals a clear effort to consolidate leadership and also project stability. Fred Matiang'i, who was increasingly taken on a visible role within the party, was present at the event and also engaged with the leaders and delegates. His growing prominence reflects Jubilee's attempt to rebuild its political base and prepare for the next electoral cycle. The Narok gathering also highlighted widening cooperation among opposition figures. Among those present were George Natembeya, the governor of Trans Nzoia, and Peter Munya, a leader of the Party of the National Unity. Their presence suggested ongoing discussions and also possible alignment among leaders seeking to challenge the current administration. This emerging coordination points to a shifting political landscape. Parties are beginning to define their positions early as alliances form and the strategies take shape ahead of 2027. However, even Jubilee projects unity on the outside, internal disagreements continue to surface. Just days before the Narok conference, former Nyeri Town Member of Parliament Ngunjiri Wambugu formally objected to proposed changes within the party. In a letter addressed to the office of the Registrar of Political Parties, Wambugu challenged a Gazette notice that invited public submissions on intended changes to Jubilee's officials. He argued that the process was unlawful and raised serious constitutional concerns. According to his submission, there is uncertainty about who currently holds the legitimate decision-making authority within the party. He called on the registrar to suspend or decline the registration of the proposed changes until these issues are resolved. Wambugu also stated that he has a direct and legitimate interest in the party's governance. He noted that he intends to contest in the 2027 general election under the Jubilee party ticket. His objection highlights the tension between efforts to reorganize the party and the concerns over the adherence to legal and constitutional processes. This internal dispute adds another layer of complexity to Jubilee's current situation, and on one hand, the party is seeking to present a united front and rebuild its influence. On the other, it must address questions about internal democracy and governance. Uhuru Kenyatta's remarks also appear to target political defectors. He dismissed individuals who shift allegiance as unreliable and driven by personal interests. This reflects a broader concern about loyalty within political parties, especially during periods of transition. As parties realign and leaders reposition themselves, maintaining discipline and cohesion becomes increasingly difficult. For Jubilee, the challenge is not only to fend off external pressure, but also to manage internal differences. The stakes are high. With less than 2 years to the 2027 general election, political activity is intensifying across the country. Parties are mobilizing supporters, refining their messages, and seeking to build alliances that can secure electoral advantage. In this context, Uhuru Kenyatta's statement serves multiple purposes. It is a warning to rivals, it is reassurance to supporters, and it is a signal that Jubilee intends to remain a significant player in national politics. The narrow conference, therefore, was more than just a regional gathering. It was a statement of intent, a declaration that the party is reorganizing, regrouping, and preparing for what lies ahead. And for ordinary citizens, these developments carry real implications. Political stability, party strength, and leadership choices will all influence policy direction, governance, and also national priorities in the coming years. As the competition intensifies, the focus will increasingly shift to how parties engage with voters and also address the key issues affecting the country. For now, the message from Jubilee's former leader is clear, that the party is drawing its boundaries and is ready to defend them. As the road to 2027 takes shape, the lines are being drawn early, and Kenya's evolving political landscape, every move now carries weight for what comes next. That is all for now. Kindly, if you are new here, consider subscribing, liking, and sharing our content. Equally, hit the notification bell so that you can be receiving notifications each and every time we bring you a new content.